Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to StarRupture. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the pressurized helium and hardening agent modules or factories, and they're all going to be compact and they're all going to be high production. And there's also one more thing that is needed for the pressurized helium, which is the sulfuric acid. You can check out the sulfuric acid video and other factories that I made with exact production numbers, resource numbers, everything. Basically, whatever you need for calculating your bases mathematically, I give them all with Excel sheets, with numbers and so on in all of those videos inside the video description. And let's get to it, because there are some things to talk about. This factory will be conducted of 3 parts. Let me go to the Excel sheet so I can actually show you what we have and what we are going to be dealing with. Alright, here comes the Excel sheet. Number one, this base is conducted or compounded by augmenting 3 different bases or factories to each other. One of them is going to produce 360 actually sulfuric acid, which has 60 loss for the production line. And the other one is going to give synthetic silicone and 60 applicator from the third one. All of them are going to produce our hardening agents, which will be giving to the liquid helium. Yes, so the hardening agent the pressurized helium that we're going to make from the refineries are going to turn into 30 liquid helium per minute. Yes, and we're gonna have a loss of 10, but it's not important. You're gonna be producing 40 per minute. 10 of it will be a loss because this is a base you need for making your resonators. Yeah, and basically anything in the assembly level, you're gonna need this liquid helium and the other forms that I've made, so you better make at least one of each. If you want to check out how to make the sulfuric acid, because it's a little bit complex, and it's a very, very high efficiency base. It literally just gives you the maximum you can produce from, like, just, I don't know, like 30 square meters, 25 square meters. It's awesome. Check it out. So, as you can see, like, all the time, my factories are lined up. Like, every single one of these lanes is one lane inside a factory itself. So, you can see which factories will be there, how much resources they will need. Let me give you the numbers that we're gonna deal with. In order to making the, let's say, hardening agents, we're going to need 300 sulfuric acid, 60 synthetic silicone, and 60 applicators. And yeah, even in the pressurized helium, you're going to need only 120 of the pressurized helium. 120 of it will be stored and will be a loss. You can send it to other bases or other locations. And the pressurized helium will need just pressurized helium and hardening agent, which some will get from here and some will get from here. And as I said, sulfuric acid, go watch the other video after this one if you want to know how to make it. But the synthetic silicone and applicators are made like this. You have 1 line of fabricated furnace for wolfranium and calcite sheet, 8 fabricators for titanium rod, 4 for that, and furnaces. You can take a screenshot like this probably, which will help you actually build this factorio. Yes, you can take a screenshot like this. I'm gonna give you 2-3 seconds. And as I said, take this from the other video, and this is what you need for the hardening agent. We're gonna talk about hardening agent, then we're gonna move up to the liquid helium itself. And yeah, these are what you need. And let's go to the game so I can show you how, because this is crucial. Like, you need to actually separate these 2 factories, and even like internally, let's say, separate these so the system doesn't get clogged. This has a lot of intake and output. Yeah, so it can really get, like, see, 240, like, your lanes can only carry 480, so this is like 480 already. This is 240 extra. Let's go there so I can show you the logistics and how you put these resources together. Uno momento. Alright, let's go. Let's get back to work. As you can see, like in the description, you have about 12 fabricators and 4 furnaces at the start. So these are the furnaces that are going to produce the calcium powders from the calcium blocks. And then you will have the titanium sheets turning into titanium bars, turning into titanium rods and sheets. That is the hard part, because as you can see, like, see, the circulation of materials inside the space is pretty high. So having a little bit of spaghetti here and there will help you actually deliver the items really fast. And by the way, if you don't know how to make these double store buildings or double floor buildings, check out the best way to, let's say, make this. There's a video in the playlist for best way to make your furnaces, smelters, and fabricators. Yeah, don't forget that. I literally make dozens of these every day now. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, like my bars are just coming from this section. It's a high usage system, so it cannot really buffer here. And it's already working 24/7, so it cannot buff the titanium bars, but it's getting more than enough titanium bars, don't worry about it. And as you can see, like look, furnaces are next to each other. There's a surplus in the furnaces, so some of them stop working. But at the other side, there's like the sheets and the rods are being produced here. As you can see, 8 of them are here and 4 of them are top of here. And how you're going to circulate the items is a little bit important here. Because as you can see, like just like all of my other factories, I have a main line that takes everything. Like look, these are the main resources that are coming. Look, the calcium bars, the wolfranium bar, the titanium bar, they are actually, see, like they're going to the other side. Yeah, they're going to the coming from the other side actually. And as you can see, like look, there's a main lane because only the first buildings in this line need calcium. So most of the calcium is getting distributed from here. And as you can like look here, see, only the helium is going forward from here. So I have connected the helium from another place to the second lane. And from the second lane, it's getting carried to the buildings that actually need it for making the glass here. So that's why the helium is circulating. There's a main lane that will carry all of the resources from the first lane to the second, third, and finally it will end there. And let me show you how they are actually connected and how I'm circulating resources here. I like doing these in waves. For example, look, if I started feeding resources from this side, all of the resources will flow from, like, see, from the top floor and bottom floor. Both of the floors are just circulating towards the right side, as you can see. And at the right side, because there's no more bars needed in the second one. Now, from the front, this time, my buildings are gonna both there and here go to the right. They're just, as you can see, they're both flowing into the right side of my factory. And here they're going back down into these connectors, quad connectors actually, that are giving the powder from a different system from up there so they don't clog the rod factory. See, like that's the reason why it doesn't connect it here. As you can see, like there's a lot of powder being produced here, plus the titanium rods and so on. So if you do not separate the let's say rods and the titanium and the helium products, you're gonna get it stuck. Okay, so as you can see, we are again flowing to the right from the both bottom floor and the top floor, and then from here we are just giving the resources to the third lane or the fourth lane here. And this place is making the applicators, and they're sending the applicators into storage because you might need applicators for other things later. And here I'm actually producing the synthetic silicone like in a different small base. Like 1 second, let me show you there. First, let me show you how we are doing these lanes. Like, look, this is the first lane, this is the second lane, that's the third lane, and that is the pressurized helium itself. Here we have the applicators, and the hardening agent is being stored here, and here we are storing applicators, and there we are storing the other one. Alright, 1 second, let's go to the Excel sheet so I can show you what we're doing here. Alright. What is important here in order for you to not get any, let's say, cloggings in your system? As you saw in the video, like 4 of the furnaces are in the second floor, and the other 6 furnaces are right in front of them. So whatever this is producing is getting combined with the helium in the second lane. So these two do not clog the other system, because this thing needs, these 8 fabricators here need 480. This is like a full carry capacity of 1 lane of materials per minute. Okay, so you need to kind of like shorten the distance between travel time of this to this. So keep connecting your lanes from first to the second one. And how you do it is by putting the quads in front of every factory and just connecting it to the forward or the bottom floor. And that will help you, and that will do it. Don't worry about it. It looks cool as well. So it's not that much of a spaghetti, so your OCD doesn't get triggered from it. And as you can see, like as I said, the synthetic silicone is being produced like differently from the side because there's no need for it to be here. It doesn't need that many resources, it just needs 2 different lanes. So I separated it to a different system and made a storage here and then send the silicones to the hardening agent itself. After having the refinery set and the hardening agent being produced, you will need 2 refineries. Those refineries are going to give you the helium and they will become the liquid helium finally. Let's go and show you, so I can show you the end of the lane. Alright, let's go. And just as such, as I said, like see, this is how you connect the quads. See, in front of every building and in the back of every building, there's a quad. And one more important thing, before sending all of those resources to your applicators, look, this is something I'm doing this when there's too much input inside the fabricators. 1 quad on the bottom, 1 quad to the top. Half of the resources are coming from top, half of the resources are going from the bottom. So this actually, like, look at this traffic here. If you don't do this, this factory will get clogged. There's, as I said, too many resources flowing per minute in this. These are exactly why this is super efficient, and this building, actually, this factory never stops working no matter how long it takes for it to work. So yeah, keep that in mind. You need this. For the sulfuric acid, you're gonna need a little bit of more, let's say, complicated lane management than this, but I explain all of it in that video too. But let's keep going. So as you can see, the applicators are here. They're being stored and buffed. If I don't need them, they will stay here. Then we have the synthetic silicones that are being produced here. And then they are both being sent here for the hardening agent. And after the hardening agent gets stored and, let's say, done here, the hardening agent stays there. We send it here into the compounder. The compounder takes it into liquid helium. And here, as you can see, because this building does not need any other material, it just needs ores and helium, I just separated the lane out of my main resource node, and it just flows into these 2 refineries, which is giving the very forsaken helium that you need for the liquid helium. Yeah, pressurized one is easy to make, but the liquid one is a mess. And as you can see, like, they're being produced, and from there, they're just being sent to the space to feed my level ups, because I didn't do it. You don't need to do it, honestly. Yeah, the reward for the pressurized helium is just the LEM chip. Like, I don't need it. I finished the fighting part of the game. Like, literally, I have no need. But anyways, yeah, this is it. And you connect it here, then you connect it, you can send them to space, and they will just give you the thingies that you need. Yeah, when I'm making the other factory, this is gonna be finished, and I'm gonna turn it into another one. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about building the base, making the bases, how to manage them, and so on, and don't worry about the synthetic silicone, it's pretty easy. Let me actually show you that one as well before leaving. Because it's a pretty easy one. It's like a basic 1 floor, one after another factory made. But, well, it is a part of this video, so I will show it. It has a simple laning. Look, all lanes come here, go in, all lanes go back, go to the center. From the center 3rd lane, they come here, they become synthetic silicone, and done. It's a level 2 material, basically. 3, actually, but generation 3 material. And it's easy to make, so yeah, only with like these 5, you can make it. But anyways, hope these videos are helpful. I'm making my way up to the resonator and scanner level. So as I start getting to those levels, I will make even more videos about these. And give you all of the numbers you need for making the most efficient bases that you need. And believe it or not, this is the most compact you can get. These with the highest amount of production. Believe me, I'm trying everything. It takes a lot of time to make these videos. So please, put a like on the video if it was helpful. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the hypes, and thanks for everything. And if you want to see satisfying flow of material all over your base, use these. Use the factories in the descriptions as well. As always, if it's nighttime, I hope you sleep like babies. And if it's daytime, I hope none of you rails ever get jammed. Well, if mathematically you calculate it, they never get jammed actually. But, well, let's see what you guys do. See you in the comment section, fellas. See you in the comment section.